Bhante, would you do a sound check just to make sure we can hear you?
Okay, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone. Let me wish everyone that may you have a very nice, very peaceful, enlightening evening. Right? So today too, we are going to practice the normal meditation technique as usual. So now we are currently practicing the first step of Vipassana, the old students, but there were some new students too. Some of them are online. So they are asked to practice breathing meditation as I instructed before. So now gradually, right? Yes, Mr. Now gradually we are understanding about ourselves. Right. Now gradually we are understanding about ourselves. So whenever we get angry, if you if you are observing yourself, you might have realized that you create a lot of very heated sensations within, right? So now you might have started to think differently about the anger. And you might have started to understand that whenever you get angry, the first person that you actually harm is yourself. So before you harm anyone else, you might have started to understand that you are harming yourself first. When you feel jealousy, or so when you feel afraid, that means when you feel fear, or any kind of such sensation, any kind of such emotion generates a lot of uncomfortable sensations all over the body. Actually, we don't we are reacting towards those uncomfortable sensations, not actually to the outside situations. Whenever you start to realize that they are impermanent, they are changing, now you gain the ability. I don't say that, so your reaction, so when something happened to make you angry, so I don't say that that whole anger will vanish at once and you won't get angry at all after that. So you'll get angry, but the level of getting angry, it will go down. So if you say, if we say earlier, when such kind of thing happened, if you get 100% angry, now after this understanding of that everything is impermanent, everything is changing. So all the sensations that arise, they are passing away. So now you have realized that is foolishness to react to these uncomfortable changing sensations, so with anger. So you might have started to change your habitual pattern, so habitual way of reacting, right? Can you understand what I mean? Right? So earlier, when some kind of a thing happened, when something happens that made you angry, so let's say now the same thing happens, but through Vipassana meditation, now you are realizing that you are not actually reacting to that particular outside incident. You are actually reacting to the sensations that arise on your body, right? Because of the emotions that you develop inside, right? So they are interconnected. But all these sensations, they are passing. They arise to pass. Now you understand. And all these sensations that arise, you realize that they are passing away. No use of reacting to them with that those kinds of negative emotions. So you let that go with the understanding of impermanence. This is also bound to change. Let me not mess up the situation. Let me make peace with the situation. So thinking like that, you'll try to manage the situation, right? So if you read that stage, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Gradually you will read it, right? So somehow the most important thing is, so that that so the level of reaction. So we have to reduce the habitual pattern of reacting to things, and we have to so stop. We have to reduce at first the time that those negative emotions arise within. So let's say earlier when such kind of thing happened, within 10 seconds you got angry. So now, so gradually with the rising understanding, so it is going down and down and down and down. That's what you want to do, because there is nothing more important than the peace, right? So making we are not here to live forever, right? Things are happening around us all the time. As wise human beings, we have to understand that we should not let the negativities to rise. If you let the negativities to rise, it is just like, so drinking poison. So you might think, oh, so this situation is a must situation to get angry. Actually, there is nothing like that. Whenever you get angry, it is just like drinking poison drinking poison with a smiling face, right? So you are going to harm yourself. You might say it will feel good, but at the end, you are the biggest victim of your own anger, right? So that nature will go down. That nature will go down, and you will be able to make peace with the situation. You will start not to react blindly to various kinds of situations in life, right? So let me teach you a story which happened in Japan so long time ago. So there is a temple in Japan. It's a famous temple where they teach Bantes. So Japanese Bante, they call Bante sensei. So for senseis, they teach in that temple. That temple's name is Kennin Temple. In this Kennin Temple, there was a Bante called Mokura. I'm talking about 500, 600 years ago. This happened. So this Bante Mokura had a 12 years old young student. His name was Toyo. What's his name? Toyo. So Toyo, since the time that he came to the temple, he noticed that all the other monks, so he's not yet a monk. He saw the other elder monks, they go to Bante Mukura's room to listen to various kinds of Dhamma talks. So, and then he heard that so certain Bantes practice Vipassana meditation. And after Vipassana meditation, he saw how changed those Bantes were. And Toyo also wanted to experience. He thought that's some kind of a different experience. So little boy, what he can understand, he thought that it's kind of a extra experience, so that somebody can gain through meditation. He also wanted to get it. So he went to Bante Mukura, so Sensei Mukura, and told, he paid respect and told, Bante, I have seen many Bantes come to your room and then they leave. You give them various kinds of meditation instructions, and after practicing them, I can see they are so joyful. So I also want to know what is that technique. So how to practice it. Then Bante said to little Toyo, so it's a deep practice. You are still small, you can't do that. Then Toyo insisted, no, I really want to do it, I can do it. So Bante said, right, Toyo, then you have to tell me the sound that you can make with one hand. So you have to find out the sound that can make with one hand, right? So that means one source. Then little Toyo, he thought and thought. So one day he heard a geisha. So you know geishas, right? Do you know geishas? Geishas means the ladies who went to houses, and in Japanese culture there is a practice called tea ceremony. So these geishas goes to various kinds of homes, and then they play various kinds of musical instruments and do the traditional tea offering, and they entertain the people. So this geisha, he heard one geisha. One geisha playing some kind of a musical instrument. Then he went to Bante and told, How about music? Music is the sound that you can make with one hand. Bhante said, no, that's not it. Then again, Toyo was thinking, and one day he heard the sound of water droplets, so water drops. And then he went to Bhante and told, I know now the answer. The answer must be the water drops. So they make the sound just with one hand, one source. So then Bhante said, no, that's not the sound. Then gradually, right. So can you close the door around? So then gradually, so Toyo became older, but still he couldn't find the answer. And when he was older, Bhante gave him first breathing meditation for sure, and then after that vipassana meditation. He practiced ardently, and he could come out of a lot of negativities. And finally, he attained the final stage, the stage of real peace and real happiness. And he finally found out the eternal peace within is the only sound that somebody can make with one hand. So he went to Bhante and told him. So that was the right answer. So we are going to achieve that sound that somebody can make with one hand, right? So peace, inner peace, you can't make it. It has to rise. What you're doing is by developing concentration, at first you let the negativities get suppressed, and then through vipassana meditation, you understand the truth, which is related to the nature as it is. And then what happens is those negativities go away. And then inside, you develop the eternal peace and eternal happiness. So that's what you are doing. So work hard. Work hard. And so try to come out of as much as negativities that you can. And the more you get rid of, so if you, let's say, you get rid of a little amount of negativity, then that means you let go of a small burden that you are already carrying. So you have the happiness, the relaxation, the comfort of losing some sort of negativity. So they are not going to come and bother you, right? Every day, try to get rid of as much as of them. Work hard for yourself, right? So with those thoughts, we are going to start. So the new meditators, so please practice the first step of breathing meditation as usual. And the vipassana meditators, please practice the first step of so vipassana meditation as usual. Whatever technique that you practice, give you everything. So when you observe the sensations, it is very important not to crave for sensations. So let your mind to calm down completely. Let your patience develop to the utmost level that you can do, right? So just focus and observe. You can't never forcefully generate a sensation. Sensations arise. Sensations arise naturally. They pass away naturally. This is a nature. This is not something which is on your hand, right? So let those sensations to rise. Just be the observer and let your wisdom to develop. Let your wisdom to develop, right? So whatever the sensation, let it be heat, let it be coldness, let it be so softness, let it be hardness. So let it be twinkling sensation, itching sensation, or burning sensation, or blood circulating, pulsing, or any sensation. Whenever you experience, remind yourself, this sensation is also bound to pass. It is not going to last forever. You work hard and keep on observing sensations with a very patient mind, with a very calm mind, with a tamed mind. Don't let it go and roam around. Right? If it wandered away, bring it back and restart again. Don't feel frustrated. If you start to frustrate, if you start to become remorseful, then you are going to waste that moment. So don't waste moments. Restart again right away. Don't feel remorseful. Right? Now we are going to start. Everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and let it go. And let your whole body to relax. Let your whole body to relax. As usual, let me pay our respect and gratitude to the Buddha, and then we, in short, and then we are going to start today's silent meditation. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vinyācarana sampanno sugato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattā deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sandittingo akaliko ehipassiko opanayiko paccatang veditammo vinyuhiti. Sumadipangno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Unyupanipangno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāya patipangno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Sāmi patipangno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadinang cattari purisa yugani Ate purisa pungala Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuniyo pahuniyo Nakiniyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakitang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a very patient, equanimous, balanced mind, please start your meditation. Let your whole body and mind to calm down, calm down. Now, the breathing, the meditators who are new, please practice the breathing meditation. And the Vipassana meditators, the old students, please keep practicing Vipassana meditation. Whatever the meditation technique that you are practicing right now, give you everything. Give you everything and work hard. may your practice be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Please start your meditation right now. Now, please keep the eyes closed, just like before. But if your legs are hurting, you can change the posture. You can let the legs to relax for a bit. Let's practice loving kindness meditation. In loving kindness meditation, we are going to share our loving kindness with all the beings. Let's start with yourself. Please spread loving kindness first towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread loving kindness, first of all, towards yourself. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Me, my dear mother, me, my dear father, me, my dear teachers, relatives, and friends. Be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards them. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the neutral people. The people who are not our friends, at the same time who are not our enemies. May all the neutral people, the people who are in the middle, be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the people who are neutral. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. First, let's forgive for the mistakes that they did towards us. And then let's ask forgiveness for the mistakes that you did. And then let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards the enemies. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the universe. Here we think of all the beings, from the tiniest to the biggest, from the weakest to the most powerful, regardless of their differences, without discriminating any of them. We spread our sincere loving kindness towards all beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now, everyone, please slowly open your eyes very calmly. Let your body to relax. And now please join your palms together and please say 3 times. Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, glad to see you are improving in the practice. But always keep in mind, daily practice is very important. Daily practice is very important. It is important just like you eat every day. So you don't skip any meal saying, oh, yesterday also I ate, So today I don't want to eat. Just like that, this is also a meal that you take for the mind. So make sure that you take it every day, right? So, um, so just like someone builds a house, so keeping brick by brick, adding brick by brick. So the inner peace and inner happiness, we have to build it by practice, right? So please do it daily. And at the same time, don't forget the mindfulness practices that I ask you to do every day. So, so at least pick one mindfulness practice and do it every day. Let's say, let it be brushing, or let it be let it be your meal. So it should be something that you do daily. So please keep on doing that mindfully. So if you eat, I taught you how to do that. So if I remind, so if you eat, so be aware when, so if sometimes you might eat by hand or by a fork or by the sticks, it doesn't matter. So whatever the thing that you use, when you bring it towards the food, be aware. When you touch the food, be aware. And you bring the food, be aware. When you keep the food inside the food, be aware. When you chew the food, be aware. When you feel the taste, be aware. Right? Like that. So please be constantly aware about that particular thing that you are doing. And let it be your walking time. Walk mindful. Or let it be your bathing time. Bathe mindful. Take a bath mindfully. So something. Pick an activity that you do daily and keep on doing that. So very mindful. So gradually, those who could do one, please pass it to another. So add another activity that you do daily. So to start doing mindful, right? Like that. Gradually, please spread it. So please add mindfulness to each and everything that you do in your daily life. And at the same time, understand each and every moment that you live is unique. Don't say, oh, you did the same work yesterday. Yeah, so you go to the same workplace. So that is not happen. So now you, as Vipassana meditators, you know, even though you see the same building, that building has changed. It's not the same building anymore. Yesterday one, it's gone. This is a new one. And the actions that you do at your workplace, they are different. Even though it is similar, so you can't do the same action twice. And what about the person? You are changed too. So make each and every moment precious and unique. Understand its uniqueness and live each and every moment fully. Right? Understanding that this moment is also bound to change. This moment is also impermanent. Let me do the best that I can do right now with a peaceful mind. Right? So, so add these practices into your life. That's a reminder. So today we are going to learn about the third characteristic of life. So we learn the first characteristic of every life. Right? Ms. Cherin, what is that? Impermanence is the first characteristic of every life. So, Mr. Herbert, what is the second characteristic of every life? Vipul? Suffering. Yes, suffering. So, regardless of people's so ethnic backgrounds, physical appearances, not only people, all the beings. We have this universal suffering. That's what I taught last time. Then there is another characteristic that all beings do have. That is the third one. So third one is no soul. Selflessness, no soul. So we think there is an eternal soul here. I mean, eternal soul means I was yesterday, I am today, and I will be tomorrow. We think like that. So, so thinking like that, you always try to maintain a big image, right? So when if someone praises you, then what happens? So someone says, right, he's a wonderful person, great lady, great gentleman. So this person has these skills, those skills. So when this person has this much wealth and this much capabilities, this and that. So they praise you. Then you go up above the sky. And then there's another person on another moment who blames you. So so then those people might say, very bad man. So those are not the exact word that they say, but I'm a monk, so I I have a limit. So very bad man, very bad woman. So he or she does these kinds of stuff, those kinds of stuff. He or she has these bad qualities, those bad qualities. So these are not the exact way that they say. So somehow they say like that. Whenever you hear, what will happen is you generate a lot of uncomfortable sensations, right? You break down by mind, right? So why is this happen? Because you have a great notion. So you always try to maintain a particular picture about it, right? You always try to maintain a particular picture about it. For an example, so I, Bhante Chandima. So let's say Bhante Chandima. So if I'm a person with a lot of negativity, I try to maintain a great picture about me. So I always want everyone to say Bhante Chandima, Bhante Chandima, Bhante Chandima. Bhante Chandima is great. Bhante Chandima is superb. He's this much wonderful, that much wonderful. So I want to hear, right? So we have that crave. And if I build something, let's say I build a hospital, I want to say Bhante Chandim Hospital. So I build a school, I want to label it Bhante Chandim School. So senior, elementary, something. So like that. So that particular person always want to build that particular figure, right? Image in the society. But the truth is, there is no such kind of being. So to call, to recognize as an eternal I. We are beings who are always changing, and who are always changing. So so that's why our craving doesn't end. That's why our craving doesn't end. We want to have things more and more and more. We are not contented with what we have. It doesn't mean so we should not develop in life. So we have to do things and we have to improve If we can gain wealth, we should do those things, but we should not do those things to build up a particular image. So for the sake of doing things, you keep on doing things, but not to create a particular image. So then what happens is we live a very restless life. If we are not contented with what we are doing and the things that we get, we don't live a contented life. For an example, listen to it. So there is a person. Somewhere who is running a very small roadside store. This person goes on. Goes on the road and this person sees a big supermarket, and always this person dreams, "Oh, I want a supermarket. I want a supermarket. I want a supermarket." So then, what happens? So let's suppose somehow a lottery. This person wins a lottery or something happens, and this person gains the ability to build a supermarket. So now, after building the supermarket, in the person who has a lot of craving, the craving doesn't end, right? Still, that person is not contented and happy about that person's achievement. Again, that person starts to think, so for a short period of time, that person is happy. Then when he is going somewhere else, he sees a bigger store. And now that person is not happy with that, that store that he already does have. That person wants the bigger one. Let's say that person drove a maybe Toyota Corolla before. While this person is driving on the road, this person sees a Tesla. Then this person dreams of a Tesla, right? And when this person, let's suppose this person bought a Tesla. If that person has craving, strong craving, then that happiness lasts for a short period of time. Then this person wants to achieve something else. Let's say then this person sees a bigger sports car or something like that. Then this person wants that one. So which is worth like 200,000, 300,000, 1 million, like that. So then let's suppose this person got it. Still, that person is not satisfied, still suffering. So still suffering with craving. So then this person starts to think about having. So let's say while this person is going on the road, this person sees a helicopter. So he has the best car on the land. And while driving it, this person sees a helicopter. And then this person starts to think, I'm sick of driving on the road. Now I want to drive in the sky. So I want a helicopter. So after seeing that helicopter, this person starts to dream to have a helicopter, right? So then let's suppose this person bought a helicopter. Craving doesn't end. This person wants something more. While going somewhere with the helicopter, this person sees a Boeing 707, and then this person wants Boeing to have a Boeing 707, and now all his happiness and contentment that he had, little contentment that he had of having this helicopter, it's gone. Now he's in distress and suffering. And this person always dreams of having a Boeing 707. Let's say this person buys that Boeing 707, still not content. One day while going by that 707, this person hears that somebody say in 1960s, somebody called Neil Armstrong went to the moon. So now this person wants to go to the moon. So like that, craving. So when we have this, this strong, so if you don't understand the reality, so if we don't know that there is no any eternal I, we are changing. So we have to control our craving. So then such kind of people, because of that craving, they keep on suffering throughout the life with unsatisfactoriness, discontentment, and distress. So, so we have to understand that we are always changing. There is no any eternal life. The person who was in the last moment, that person is completely gone. When it comes to this moment, the person who is right now will completely change in the next moment. And at the same time, we have to understand, so we always take this human body as a beautiful one. So as a beautiful one, sometimes when we see certain people, we judge. They are not beautiful, they are ugly. But the truth is, in this body, so there are certain human perspectives that human beings do have to judge. But when it comes to each individual, they are individuals as they are. So there is nothing to judge. And this whole, so if we take the whole body individually, there is no part that we can take as beautiful. Each and every part has their own, has their own defects, and at the same time, they are continuously decaying. So, time to time, this very body teaches us that we are not I. So this body is not I. But since we don't observe mindfully, what happens is we don't get that message. For an example, so let's say, so during the night time, let's say the wife, she is combing her hair. The husband sees the well-combed hair and says, "Oh, your hair is so well combed. So it's just like the hair of Medusa." Do you know Medusa? So who is Medusa?
Well, the Greek mythology, the lady with lots of snakes.
Yes.
That's a very dangerous thing.
Right. No, just the hair. So right. So right. So somehow, so just like the hair, so they call it the hair of Medusa, right? Yeah. So so then so that means the hair is so beautiful. Welcome. And then what happens is on the following day in the morning, she cooks the breakfast. And when the husband is about to eat the breakfast, he sees one of those snakes of those Medusa. I mean, one hair has fallen to the breakfast. Now he shouts, saying, "Oh, but see, you can't cook something so cleanly at least. Look, so one of your hair is on our breakfast. How can I eat this one?" Then, so he shouts like that. So then lady must reply like this, for sure. So yesterday you called that my hair is so beautiful. So one of those hairs has fallen to your food. So that now the food was already beautiful, and when the hair fell, it became double beautiful. You should be able to eat the double beautiful food, right? So somehow, this is the real. So these incidents show that so the way how the body appears, it is not how actually it is. Um, until these body parts stay with us, we are ready to call them, we are ready to recognize them as I. But the reality is when they are departed, right? When they are departed from us, so then we are not ready to accept them as I. But the truth that we have to understand is, even they were with us, they were not actually an eternal life. They were continuously changing. They belonged to the nature. They followed the nature. And so still they keep on following the nature, right? So there is no any eternal life inside. So then whenever you understand this reality, what happens is your craving goes down. So your boundless discontentments, they go down, and the mind starts to become peaceful. So through Vipassana meditation, you see this. You observe various kinds of sensations throughout the body, and you yourself witness how these sensations come and go. So if one set of particular sensations, they were limited to at that moment. So at that moment, if you say I, right, in the next moment, the set of sensations that you have, they are totally different, right? So then in the next moment, I mean after the present moment, then there'll be totally different set of sensations. So when you keep on observing these sensations like this, you will start to realize that there is no any eternal I within. No use of developing craving towards anything. No use of developing anger towards anything. And no use of developing jealousy towards anything. So no use of developing ill will towards anything. So then whenever you develop these understandings, those negativities will go down, and go down, and completely at the end, they'll get eradicated. But it takes time. So within the witnessing, by witnessing only one sensation rise and pass away, so negativities won't go away at once. So you need to keep on observing them again and again and again until the mind witnesses them fully. Right? Right now, you only observe the general sensations, right? So gross sensations of your body. But later on, when your level of patience develops, when your ability to sense develops, you will realize actually these sensations that we call as pain, pain, pulsing sensations, itching sensations, all these sensations. So they will dissolve to a level of just like waves. So you will realize that there are waves of waves of sensations, not sensation, we call it. So waves of shocks. So you will start feeling them throughout the body, from top to bottom and bottom to top. So just like the radio waves. right? So that is, certain times you will start feeling them in particular parts of the body. But later on, if you develop deeper, so if you're sensing ability, if your patience, so if your ability to feel, it develops. So if your balance of mind develops, then you will start to feel those waves. So those waves, so on the top of your body, so that means skin level, and then after that inside, even in the inside organs too, right? So then you'll realize, so all those waves, you will start realizing how fast they arise and pass away. Just like those LED lights. So when you go to Las Vegas, or so during the Christmas time, you have those so light decoration with LED lights. Just like a whole series of lights. So a series of lights, so light up and light off. So from top to bottom and bottom to top, you will start observing how those waves, so waves rise and pass away, right? So then you'll realize how fast we rise and pass away. So then you yourself see there is no actually eternal life. I'm changing, and no use of developing any negative. And you don't have to let go, so you don't have to let go those negativities so by a plan, then automatically, because you develop uh, you at the very same time. So since you develop the understanding with the experience, so they automatically go. Then you will start making peace with yourself, and then finally inside there'll be the eternal peace and eternal happiness. So please practice ardently. So to go up to that level, it takes time. It is not something that you can achieve within 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You need constant practice, right? And so you need continuous practice, and so you may not be able to practice it like a monk. So you will take time, but the most important thing is continuous practice. It doesn't matter. So if something is a good thing to obtain, right? Good thing to obtain, the time doesn't matter. Somehow you have to keep on going and attain that, right? So I know you have a lot of responsibilities in life. While fulfilling all those responsibilities gradually, so according to your own pace, keep on working for your own happiness sake, for your own peace sake, and finally try to attain the level, that stage of eternal peace and eternal happiness, Nibbana. Work hard for yourself. So that is the end of today's teaching. So now everyone please think together today too. We practice this noble non-sectarian meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of that positive energy, let's wish. May all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. And practicing the Dhamma path, may all of us be able to come out of all our negativities and developing all the positivities within. May all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, please join your palms together. Let me bless every one of you with a short chant. Abhivadana silisse nichang vada pachainum Chattaro dhamma vadanti Ayubang no sukang balang Ayurarogya sampatti Sagga sampatti me vate Ato nibbana sampatti Iminati samijjatu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very peaceful. Sukhi hoto. Good night to everyone. See you in the next week. Sukhi hoto. Right. Good night, Miss Dan.
Good night, Bhante.
Right. Good night, Rahul.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night, Pragati. Good night, Rahul.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Hoad.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
Good night, Jaime.
Night, Bhante. Thank you very much.
Good night, Mrs. Meena.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you very much.
Good night, Sahana and Rajit. Good night, Sahana.
Good night, Bhante.
And say
Thank you.
say my hi to Yomaji too.
Definitely, Bhante. Thank you so much.
Okay, good night. Good night
Thank
to
you.
everyone.
Good night.